Cami Huddleston here, one of your hosts on Wed Society. I am so excited to be talking about wedding mood boards today. They are one of my favorite things to build, and I think truly one of the most fun parts of the wedding planning process. Some of you are probably very familiar with mood boards, and some of you have never heard of one, let alone how to build one. So hopefully this short video will give you some tips and tricks to do that. We'll talk about what type of images to pull, what details to include, and where to pull those images from. But first, let's talk about what is a mood board. So a mood board is a curated collection of images that convey the look, the style, and the feeling that you're hoping to achieve on your wedding day. What it's not intended to be is a blueprint for your wedding. It's not intended to have the exact dress or the exact floral or the exact cake. It's just intended to help that feeling. So mood boards really help in two ways. One is to keep you on track. During this planning process, you're going to be constantly distracted with new trends and new styles and new color schemes and new rental items. And so developing this board from the outset will really help you stay on track. The other thing that it really helps with is it helps vendors have a clearly designed and precisely curated vision of what you want your day to be. This will help them immensely, and I promise you that every wedding vendor you hire can take this to the next level and make it better than you ever dreamed. So let's get started. I like to use Pinterest. I like to use Instagram. You can pull images from any wedding website. I download the Pinterest Chrome extension, and that allows me to pin from any website. You can also save to your desktop or phone. You're just going to be limited on the ways that you can organize those. So with Pinterest, one of my favorite things to do, and hopefully you have already filled out the first part of our Wedding Mood Board Challenge worksheet, where you talked about descriptive words that you want to describe your wedding. It could be luxury, it could be boho, could be minimal. Those words are going to help us clearly define what pictures we're going to pin. Now, when I started pinning to my board, currently I have 27 pins. When I started pinning, I had over 70. There were things like paper, floral elements, wedding scenes, cocktails, color palettes. Think beyond just wedding imagery. Let's scroll down. Color palettes like this can help you. Art, pieces of art can help you. Wedding fashion, traditional fashion, anything that can help with your color palette, the feeling, the texture, the style that you're going for will be great examples to pin. Also think about what are your venue choices. Do the pictures that you're pinning fit the style of that venue? One of the things I like to do when I know a specific color that I want to be a large part of my wedding is to just type that direct broad term into Pinterest. So I know I want to use the color peach. And the reason I like to do this is because sometimes you can get distracted by only wedding images, and I like to see things for the style of them, the texture. I love how these green leaves contrast on that bright peach background. I might be inspired by the texture of a skirt that's not wedding related, by a peach velvet sofa, by a piece of art that I see, by fashion or a color palette. So I really like to go beyond wedding imagery and type a broad term, or let's say romantic. It really just helps images that fit your vision pop up, and you can pin from there. You can do this very same thing on wedding websites and on Instagram through hashtag search. Don't be afraid to search broad colors and see what happens. So again, some of the things to pin are going to be paper, floral, fashion, wedding details, color inspiration, color palettes, and full wedding scenes. Once you have your images narrowed down, I would save your top 10 to 12 pictures to your phone or your desktop. In the next video, we're going to be teaching you how to build the mood board. We'll talk soon.